Good day, students. Welcome to mathematics class. Today's topic is simple interest. This is one of the topics that you will find in financial aspect of education, and also in mathematics, in statistics, what have you. So as simple it may be, there is need for us to talk through it and able to establish some pertinent issues regarding it. So simple interest is just like when you buy or when you are loaned a certain amount of money, you are required to pay a certain interest. Tó bá gba owó, wọ́n máa ń pa owó kan ní owó èlé. Owó èlé ni pé tó bá gba owó, ó wàá sọ pé okay, owó tó gbà yìí ó san owó lé lórí, torí pé bí ẹni pé àwọn tó yẹ lówó náà fowó dókòwò ni, òun náà nílò owó yẹn láti lò, ṣùgbọ́n wò pé okay, jẹ́ kí n fún ọ kí wọ́n lọ fi ṣe nǹkan tó fẹ́ ṣe, then wàá wá san díẹ̀ padà nínú kíni o, nínú owó tóun yá ẹ nígbà tó bá ń san owó yẹn padà. Ó wá ní bó ṣe lè san padà o, bóyá okay ó san láàrin ọdún mẹ́ta ni o, there will be agreement of okay, this is when I will be paying it and this is the interest. So that's what takes us to what? Simple interest. As much as we have simple interest, we also have compound interest, and its application is quite different. So simple interest, so it's just an interest which is what expressed as a percentage of the money borrowed or saved. Is called what? It's called the principal, while the sum of the principal and the interest is called the amount. So if interest is calculated on the principal and added at the end of an agreed time interval, it is termed what? It is termed simple interest. And the formula for it is interest, which is I, is equal to principal times rate times time over 100. So don't forget this. Interest is principal times rate times time over 100, and you can make R the subject of formula. You can make R the subject. If you make R the subject of formula, you will have this times over what? Over PT. And if you make time the subject of formula, do you understand? I'm just making the subject of formula, so you have your RP. So that's basic things you need to know. Don't forget, interest is equal to P times R times T over 100. That is principal. P stands for principal, R stands for rate, and T stands for time over 100. So at a particular point in time, when you borrow money or when you are loaned a certain amount of money, you are required to pay it at a certain time, and you are required to pay also a certain interest at the end of it. So if you are paying a certain at the end of the time given to you to pay back, then at an agreed time, so that one is what we call simple interest. Simple interest. So let's take a look at this straight. Calculate the amount if simple interest is paid yearly at 12% per annum for 3 years on a principal of what? 150,000 naira. What that means is that we have what? We have amount, we have the simple interest, which we know that is what? Is represented with what? I, which is what? PRT over 100, and is paid yearly at what? At 12% per annum. This is the rate, and this is the time. That is the time. This is the time. This is T. This is the rate, and this is the interest. So, and the amount is what? I told you that the amount is what? That will be the principal plus the interest. That is the amount. So let's go. The time is 3 years, right? That's the time. The time is still red. Interest, we are to calculate the amount. We are to calculate the amount. So how do we calculate the amount? We cannot calculate the amount until we get what? The interest. Because to calculate the amount, we need what? The principal and the interest. So we cannot calculate the amount until we are able to do what? We are able to get the interest. So, and the rate is what? R, 12%, while the principal is what? 150,000 naira. So, and interest is what? Our principal is 150,000 times R, which is what? 12 times what? 3/100. So if you break it down, you have your what? 54,000 naira. So 54,000 naira is our what? Is our interest. Is our interest. So it's our interest, or the simple interest. So the amount, for us to now get the amount is what? Principal plus what? Interest. So what's our principal? The money borrowed. What's our principal? The money borrowed is what? 150,000 naira plus this, which is what? Which is the interest, which is 54,000. If you add it together, this will be what? This will be 4, this will be 0, and this will be what? 2. So we have 204,000 naira, 204,000 as the amount. So you can see that it's easy to chew, and don't forget the formula, and don't forget they may ask you to find simple interest, and sometimes they may ask you to find the time, they may ask you to find the rate, they may even ask you to find the principal. So what you need to do is to do what? Is just make any of what you have, the unknown, the what you should do is to make it the subject of the formula, just like this. So with this, we've come to the end of the class. If you have any questions, make sure you give it to me on the comment section, and we'll look into it. And you have this rate is actually for what? Is the percent. This rate is the percent. So that's why. So PT times R, because rate is always in percent. The rate at which you are being given the money. How much are you paying on that money borrowed? So do have a wonderful day.